Good morning. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite
Oh, I'm
patisseries.
so happy to hear that. Like I said, I moved out here about 13 years ago, and I was working and transferred from Starbucks. I was a previous Starbucks employee, but I always saw this little street and this bakery here, and so after I left Starbucks, I came here, and I was hired on by the original owner and the original manager, which is Cindy Summers, and her front of the house manager, Maya. And fast forward to 11 years later, here I am. I run the front. I try to keep my kids in line. But I love our pastries because everything is house made.
And fresh. Tasty.
And fresh, yes.
And I remember the first time I tried the croissants here, I said, oh my gosh, this is like walking in Paris and diving into one of their bakeries. It's crisp, it's fresh. And
So actually our previous head chef, Amelie, she just recently moved back. She was from Normandy, France. So that's where
the original taste.
Yes. So we kept all the recipes and whatnot, and she still comes and visits. She was actually here just about maybe a month ago. But yes, we kept the French pastries.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think there's going to be a room for sugar Fixe too?
So actually about maybe 7 years ago, we did have a sugar Fixe macaroon down in Lincoln Park on Sheffield and Armitage. It's an old tea place that used to be there. But we just would have our macaroons in there and some of our cold case items. But as far as I know right now, we've been asked multiple times to franchise, or you guys should go here. We even have customers come and bring in storefronts that are for sale,
right? And
they'll be like, "It would be great if you guys went in here," and I would love to, but just with expansion and the way that prices are right now with our ingredients, so we get all European, we do it to European style, so European butter and all that stuff. It gets very, very expensive, and especially after COVID. We couldn't even get buttermilk this morning.
Yes.
We could not get buttermilk this morning. If it's not buttermilk, it's going to be cream cheese. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would love it. It's just whether or not we eventually have the means to do so, and if the owners do want to expand.
Right.
But right now, we're just right here, doing it right.
In fact, sometimes I imagine you in Highland Park, Lincoln Park, just as you said, or a little corner in Andersonville. I mean, there's just...
We've had customers even all the way up from LaGrange.
Yeah.
Here's a little storefront. We'll send it to you, and right now we're just here in Oak Park living it up.
So, have you had any issues with finding dependable employees?
Yes, well, here and there. It has been hard to hire people ever since the pandemic. A lot of people still aren't comfortable working with the public. I worked through the entire pandemic. I think Sugar Fixe was closed for about 3 months from at the very start.
Right.
From March to June, I think we were closed, and then that was it. We've full bore since then. But we went on with all of the Oak Park requests, masks, no indoor dining, which it really did hurt small business not to be able to have our indoor dining. We're trying to bring our crowds back, offering new things. But in the time of trying to find employees, most of us are all original employees.
Right.
Myself, people in the kitchen, our head chef Rachel, she left and then came back, so she's one of our chefs, now she's a head chef. We have wonderful cake decorators, Corey, Emma, and then actually Wes over here, he is one of our new employees. And people that you've known, he's actually one of our regular customers. And he would always come in here, and he knew my customers, he knew our pastries, and then he went to he was going to go get a job interview at another place, and came back, and he's like, that didn't work out. The fruit production line is too big for me. And he's like, we making a joke about hiring me, and I was like, no, let's sit down, let's talk. And here he is.
See, I believe in life. If you don't ask, you don't get.
It's true. And then I've had some high school students in the past. Miss Emmy, who is actually here, she came back for the summer. Most of my high school kids do come back for a year or two, and then save internships. Like my Raphael was here, but now he is going to be doing an internship this year. And I'm all proud of my high school babies that have grown up and now are in college doing good things. I couldn't be more proud.
No, that's wonderful that you allow them, you know, an internship during the summer. A lot of little businesses are afraid to take a chance for.
So a lot of them, like usually I have like my returners, like Emmy is my returner. She messaged me before she gets home. She would studied abroad for years. She's like, hey, I don't have anything lined up. Can I work a few months? Yes. Then, like I said, Raphael and Zen, they're both working on major, like what their field is for internships. Sometimes we'll do, we'll take internships from the cooking and baking schools around here. I think we have one this summer that'll be in doing some, a little stage, they call it. Yeah. And then we actually ended up hiring one of our stages from last year, and a young lady named Suhalia. She's amazing as well. So we hired her on.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I can see why you're growing and why Oak Park is happy to have you here.
We love, like Oak Park really does take care of their small businesses. They try to include us in on everything. Now, I have been a little difficult in the past, I'm not gonna lie, but there's some things that I can't do when I don't have the staff to be open to certain times.
Exactly.
And also as a woman manager and having young, being 18, I don't want to keep my kids to 9 or 10 o'clock.
Right.
I don't want women walking home at night themselves. So I tell them 8 o'clock.
A considerate boss at that. Okay.
Well, I'm aware, and this area has changed a little bit, so I am aware of the surroundings, and I want to keep my employees safe.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I tell you what, I'm looking forward to when you expand the dining or the outdoor.
Our tables and chairs for outside, we're going to just have maybe a couple of one there, and then usually two along the side. These are on our property. There's 3 up here. Those are on our property, so they're out year round. But I will have a few out in the sun. I just had to sign all the papers for downtown Oak Park. I had to send them insurance, like liability. I just had to share a diagram of all the measurements just to make sure that we are in compliance. And the city's in compliance with ADA regulations, so people are able to get through the sidewalks. Yes. And then how many tables and chairs I would have out. So soon as someone brings them up from our really scary basement.
Okay. So I truly appreciate your time today.
Of course.
It's not often you find, considerate business owners and
I love to do this. I love to talk about this stuff. I'm, like I said, I've been here for 11 years. I know this place inside and out. So, and most of my customers, I know inside and out. So, and some of mine have followed me from Starbucks. So, I love it. So I love to sit down and talk to people who are interested. So, do you have anything else you want to ask me, or?
That wraps us up.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for your time.
No problem.